I'll call it medical satsang. ਇਹ ਸਤਸੰਗ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸੱਚੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਸੰਗ, ਔਰ ਇਹ ਬਾਬਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਟਰਮ ਹੈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਕਾਰਨਰ ਕਰ ਲਈ ਹੋਈ ਆ, ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸੱਤ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਬਟ ਡੈਫੀਨੇਟਲੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹ ਮੈਡੀਕਲ ਸਤਸੰਗ ਹੈ, ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੇ ਸੈਕਟਰੀ घनश्याम जी, Rahul ji, or he is busy somewhere else. Our Director Health Services, Dr. Tinder, Dr. Aditi, Dr. Anil, DRME, Dr. Manish, and you see Anurag, PDC, and you see we were there. This team was there for quite some time. But for this change to happen, we needed a Kansha. So it was very important. They are the angel investors. They are the real catalyst of change, I will say. That's what my role is as well, being a catalyst of change. I think man is the most beautiful creation of God, and also sometimes not so beautiful. So God doesn't want that His own creation should suffer. Whether it's Corona or you are facing two more problems now, heat wave and the heat wave. So maybe He tests His own creation. You see, at times, and now we have this devastating floods. We had the raging forest fires, even in most developed countries. Ever since man came on this earth, man has been evolving, creating new avenues, new facilities for himself, and also creating monsters. First was the atom bomb, unleashed power of the atom, changed the way we travel, we think, the way we work. And we had a fair share of disasters as well. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Fukushima, 3 Mile, and so many of them. So similarly, AI is new kid on the block. So I think if the humans are using AI, it's an excellent tool. And if ever it happens that AI is using the humans, that will be the end of history, and that should never happen. The real intelligence should always stay above or in control of AI. So that's a word of caution. So in the first phase, you see AI, machine learning, it replaced physical labor. Like you had, like take Maruti. They used to make one car in 58 seconds, and there were 150 persons working to make that car. So now they make that car in less than 30 seconds, but there are very few, 5 or 6 persons working that. So it replaced physical labor. So now it will replace the intellectual labor. So that's very important for all of you sitting this. People working in hospitals, people working in medical colleges, people working in dispensaries. You see, we have this medical satsang is a mixed one. We have people working in a very remote dispensary where maybe the light is not there most of the time. They don't have the air conditioners, or working in very trying circumstances. Our CHOs, our ANMs and Rasha workers. And then we have the middle range, our district hospitals, sub-region hospitals, where you have the reasonable facilities. And then you have the medical colleges and corporate hospitals, and where we have much better facilities, maybe not the best ones, but we have our professors, and where you see the diagnostic test of choice also varies accordingly that. But coming back to today's point, God doesn't want its creation to suffer. The government, particularly, you see, this has become possible because we had somebody like Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, then we had Bhagwant Mann ji, our Worthy Chief Minister, Manish Sisodia ji, who think differently from traditional politicians who talk about, religion, caste. These were the kind of issues, nationalism or pseudo-nationalism, pseudo-secularism, secularism. So these were the issues for elections. But it was first time that somebody introduced education, health, and our worthy Chief Minister has taken a very good. Today we are launching another initiative. That's universal health care, universal health coverage. So it's very important that we use appropriate technology at appropriate stage. It's a good screening tool, I would say, as like the two very eminent gynecologists they have pointed out from medical colleges. Ultimately, of course, the RI has to remain superior. And this is a screening tool where the patients are screened in the large scale, which cannot be done by the doctors. We don't have so many doctors to do that. So people are screened by the basic frontline workers, maybe ASHA workers, maybe NMs or CHOs. Then they are referred to the district hospital where further tests can be done. Then they come to the medical college where you have all the mammography and diagnostic biopsies. These tools can also be used to see a precision guided procedure, like we use ultrasound now for various procedures, cardiac procedures, neurological, then you know where is the lesion, where to suspect, where to put your needle in. So these can be very useful tools for that. So most of the time we are diagnosing cancer at the third stage or the fourth stage when it's too late. But with these technologies we can diagnose them in the first stage or second stage when they are still curable, and the ladies don't have to do what Angelina Jolie has done. You don't get the normal breast removed and you can wait for one or second stage. So similarly, you don't sacrifice your other body parts just suspecting that you have a gene and you will develop this cancer. So that all that is avoidable. So Sade Manyog, Sade Mukhyamantri and Arvind Kejriwal ji, they are very keen to provide the best possible health care. And I can, the words are failing me to thank the NGOs who are helping us with this new technologies, with the resources, both human, technological and even financial, all kind of resources. And our team is working very hard and putting all the best efforts they can. And right now Punjab is passing through a crisis. So despite that, we are discussing this also, and most of the people, we are working 7 days a week, even on gusted holidays and Sundays. So our team is working even on those days, and under very difficult circumstances, we have been able to control vector-borne and water-borne diseases to a great extent and save many more lives. So similarly for cancer, we can work together. I have an open mind. Being an eye surgeon, I know they only mentioned about autoref. That's very useful tool for kids, because the child doesn't know what kind of word is this. If it's easy, he thinks the word is like this. So then the child may have problem in one eye. We call a condition which is amblyopia or a lazy eye. So after the child is reached the age of 10 years, it's not curable. So for the rest of life, he has to live with low vision. So similarly, fundus camera, that's even more important. Glaucoma, kala motia. So patient will become blind or nearly blind when the doctor can diagnose it. Not many doctors use that technology where they can diagnose that. I learned it much later, nearly after 15-20 years of my service, I learned that vitreoretinal sepsis. Similarly, diabetic retinopathy is the leading cause of blindness and irreparable one. If it's diagnosed early like cancer, you can treat the patient and patient will never be blind if the diabetic retinopathy is treated early. Similarly, for hypertensive patients, CRVOs, BRVOs, and age-related macular degeneration, because people live longer, so a lot of people are suffering from ARMD also. So all these conditions can be diagnosed earlier, and we don't even have the retina specialist, and even now in our district hospitals, not even in medical colleges. Even AIMS doesn't have, possibly Sector 32 has now. No? And PGI definitely has led us from the front, and that's where we learnt our Vitoratna long after I had done my post-graduation. So knowledge is the key. Definitely it transformed my life. It must be true for most of us. If you have good quality education, it can change your own life, and you can change many more lives, like Akansha ji and other NGOs. And most of the people you see, whether it's thermolytics or smart scope or forus or portable spectrometer, they are all youngsters. They are from the engineering background. They are, I think, very rarely will be from the medical background, and they have to work together. That's how the science has developed. So there are very innovative, creativity, critical thinking, innovation. So these are some of the features which AI may not have as of now, but if it ever has, God bless you all. So last but not the least, it's all in the mind. Where is the mind? Anybody to take that question? Where is the mind? Where is the mind? Never mind. It's not in the brain. It's a consciousness. Every cell has its own consciousness. You are all, you see a colony of 1.3 trillion cells. It starts with a single zygote and then dividing, and then you come. You see, there are many diseases which we call autoimmune diseases, ankylosing spondylitis, rheumatoid arthritis. Your own immune system reacts to your own cells. And what is cancer? These are the normal cells. They start proliferating at a tremendous speed. So we have so many people sitting in there. If we have to do all these tests, 5, 10, 15, 20 of us will have some kind of cancer sitting somewhere. But they will lie dormant there, subject to, if you have peace of mind, if you have a good lifestyle where you are taking natural foods. Like if you are, what is the autoimmune disease? Your body hates your own some part and start rejecting it. So that is true for cancer also. Stress. It's easier understood for heart attack. Now if somebody is smoking, drinking, doesn't walk, most of the time gets food from the market, pizzas, burgers, and I'm not against this, chips and all this, or the processed food. So when you do all that, it's like an American system of education, then you get the heart attack, right? So if somebody's father has heart attack and he is doing regular yoga, that's why we introduced yoga. So that facility, we have provided that facility to all our population. See, you can do yoga in the city at 15, 20, 30, 40 people, depending on the size. In every government park, we have provided a trained teacher for yoga. That is Mission Rangala, Punjab. So we are talking about early detection and treatment. That is very important, but prevention is equally important. So if you ask me 10 causes of cancer, hereditary will be 2%, maybe 5%. 95% are environmental factors, whether the air you breathe, the food you consume, your own lifestyle, and whether you are doing physical exercises, what kind of food you eat, how much food you eat, and all these factors, your air, water, your food, your lifestyle. So 95% causes are this, they are all modifiable. So that is equally important. So when you do screening, so it's very important to understand what is there in the mind of the other person, what are his other problems, what are the other modifiable factors which you can do it. So if we remember that, so we will be serving the society much better. So that you can do, even CHO can do it, ANM can do it, she can do it for herself. You can do it for others if you do it for yourself. It starts with the self. So if your mind is at peace, then you will spread peace. If you are happy, you will spread happiness. If you are angry, so you are carrying coals in your hands, you burn your own hands first before you throw it on somebody else. So it's very important that you at least do 1 hour of physical activity. You 60% of your diet should be natural food as it comes from nature, whether it's fruit, salad, or untouched by the humans. And rest 40% most of the time, or 90% of the time, it should be what the farmer has produced, and it's mom's kitchen, or maybe nowadays father's kitchen, to be do gender justice. So some of the men are the best cooks, ना जितने भी है जो आपके master chefs हैं, most of them are men, ऐसी कोई गल नहीं है. So cooking together, eating together, laughing together, walking together, dancing together. So the families who do all these together, and I'm sure they can avoid cancer. So there will be cancers which lie dormant for maybe 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. पड़ा रहने दो उसको. So but definitely that you should go for screening, and these tools are very useful. We should keep them as tools and for early screening and for large sections of the population. Like we have these BP apparatus, you see, as a screening tool, automatic ones. So I insisted that we recently had that's not the gold standard. So gold standard, as the madam has said, this is HPV DNA testing, and that should be we should stick to that. And we have the experts here. So my intention was, and my role is to bring all of you together. Now we have the people from medical colleges who are cancer specialists. We have the people from TMC also, hopefully. Somebody from TMC? Tata Murti Center. Oh, they couldn't come. Dr. Ashish, he is very keen. And then we have somebody from World Cancer Care. So they have 6-7 vans, you see. They have the mammography. They have all these tools available with them, and they go from village to village, from area to area. So there are a lot of NGOs. Somebody from UV can? So there are NGOs who are working in palliative care. That's also very important. Counseling is very important. Starting from prevention, then early diagnosis and treatment. Of course, some people will have cancer, then palliative care. So it's a continuum, and thank God we have Kansha and ACT grants. So last but not the least, so Punjab had devastating floods, and there is something called post-traumatic stress syndrome, and a lot of people will be are going through that, where they have lost almost everything except the hope from all of you. And I request you must spare some time, visit them, talk to a family. I would say adopt a family. Each one of us who can afford it, we should adopt a family. That's my message for all, I would say, countrymen in general, but especially for all those who are working in any NGOs, particularly for them. NGOs can adopt a village. At least talking to them, you see, giving them hope. You can always help them or find some help for them for somewhere and give them hope. And so that, you see, when a person goes back after the floods, they had to leave their villages. When he goes back, the crop is destroyed, the field is not there, his house is damaged, and he has lost everything in the house, household goods and everything, including his milch cattle, which used to be the source of nutrition for his or her kids. So in that situation, I think all of you must contribute generously. You can either contribute to Rangala Punjab mission, the Chief Minister, or you can go and adopt a village. I would say do both. Donate generously and then adopt one family. NGOs can adopt villages, and that's how, you see, the Punjab has always stood for you at the border. During independence, after independence, and then it came to the food grains. Punjab is the food bowl of India, and still we are contributing the largest amount of food grains. So this is the time when the people of Punjab who are devastated, they need your support. So be generous with them, and thank you, all of you, for your kind attention, and particularly ACT grants, and for making this possible. We will work together for a Rangala Punjab, happier, healthier, to be happy and healthier. That should be the aim. So enthusiasm to work is the health. That is the real health. She has the enthusiasm. She traveled all the way, you know. So most of our people sitting on the stage and off the stage, they are working non-stop, as I said, even during holidays, even during weekends and all this. There are, at least for the last 6 weeks, I have seen them work. I am proud of you, all of you. Thank you very much. Good luck. Good wishes.
I would thank Honorable Health Minister, sir, for his inspiring words and for his unwavering leadership in making healthcare more accessible, equitable and modern for the people of Punjab, and at the same time emphasizing on the importance of a healthy lifestyle as well. So thank you, sir. Next we have the panel discussion. I would respect the dignity.
अच्छा एक मिनट सॉरी जी स्वास्थ्य alliance, our NGO partner which is supporting the implementation of the project, so a big cheer for स्वास्थ्य alliance as well. In fact जिन्ने बंदे भी जेडे आज आए भी है जेडे जी I have requested them जेडे बाकी दे भी जिन्ने भी AI tools है गया, so I urge them, I request them that they should do a pilot with us. Youngsters है गया जी, we can work together, अपन मिलके